cruising down the street in my 6'4".
Just like that, somebody turned off the rain and the sun come out.
I'm your huckleberry.
Hey everybody, you don't know me, but I'm on TV, so you can trust me.
All right, ready?
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the This is Tampa podcast with
Rob.
and I'm Jen, and we have a special guest today, Stephen Morgan with the TLC Marketing Agency. Hi, Stephen.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, of course. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
Well, our family's been in the Tampa Bay area for a little over 100 years.
Wow.
And so we've obviously seen this area grow quite a bit. All kinds of businesses, but today we own a marketing company that actually specializes in small businesses. We don't have large tenants. We have our individuals or businesses. We work with small ones and help them in various ways. And we also own a company called the Lesson Company.
Okay.
It actually teaches almost 1,000 students weekly. That teaches them music, art, dance, martial arts, you name it.
Oh my gosh.
And it's just fun. I mean, it's just watching the creative process of a younger generation. And then we're also opening up a yogurt store.
Ooh,
yes, that's quite interesting,
exciting.
but something that we've always wanted to do as well.
Wow.
Up in Wesley Chapel. So it's we've had a lot of fun.
Yes, you're busy, it sounds like.
Yes, we're very busy.
Diversified.
Yes.
Also,
Yes.
Like you're in a lot of different, hitting from a lot of different angles. Which I love the shirt, by the way.
Thank
I think
you.
It's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Know,
The good
what a
logo, black with white. That's
So the yogurt store, is it frozen yogurt or regular yogurt?
It's frozen yogurt, so it'll be like the other main restaurant or main chains that are out. But we just wanted to build something unique in the sense not of the actual yogurt part of it, but the atmosphere around it, the location of it. All those things where it's more of a destination. People come visit, the artwork that's going to be there, the murals that are going to be on the walls. So it's not just a yogurt place. It's definitely an experience to come by and check it out. Yeah.
Cool. Well, that'll be so exciting.
Yeah, everybody's selling the experience
Yes.
these days. That's the difference. And I think we
Well,
talked
I-
to it off camera.
Yeah, when you have two children like I do at 1:30 and I think 27, they usually push you that direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're usually trying to make it as modern and as eventful as possible. So
Well,
it's
it's kind of something that they went away with from like in business, and you see it through even like McDonald's, like with the playlands and stuff like that. Even before, when the McDonald's had, they had the little things you could ride on, and you'd see that at ice cream
I forgot
places.
about that.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
they're on springs like little animals.
Very
that
true.
go around on, and it was about the experience, not just the ice cream.
And if you're old enough,
whatever
even
it
Ronald
was.
McDonald was there.
And yeah, you remember Ronald McDonald and what was the purple?
Good old Ronald.
What was the purple character?
Oh
I
yeah.
remember. I know the Hamburglar.
The Hamburglar, yeah.
Oh, the Hamburglar.
But yeah, they would
purple
have all
guy?
those characters,
Yes.
and you could ride them and,
Yes.
and do all the
Yeah.
all this stuff. Take your picture with Ronald McDonald and
So funny.
yeah. So it was more
my
about the
gosh.
experience, and you see now some of that's coming back, and it's because of things like Amazon, stuff that we discussed earlier. They can't provide that experience. That's the one thing they can't do. They can ship fast, they can give you the stuff cheaper, but they can't provide the experience
Right.
that you have to, have in person at the place.
And I think even a younger generation wants that experience.
Oh, of course.
Between the videos and what they see on TV and the games and all that, they're all driven by experience, by their interaction and experience with that. And so to go into a regular store that there is no experience to them is very boring. And they don't want to go. Right. So really it is developing not only that experience for them to enjoy themselves, but also to be able to interact with. And I think we see everybody, even from Disney World, whoever, doing that, building those greater experiences for this younger generation.
Yeah, I mean, speaking on that and being a man, like going to a shopping, your wife says, do you want to go shopping or whatever? We're like, no, not really. I mean, like,
No.
why would we? So to have like a bar or something nearby,
absolutely.
Right.
And when I was up in Ohio, I went to Kroger's. Do you know Kroger's?
Yes.
Similar to Publix.
Right.
They actually had a bar inside the store.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, genius.
Yes. I was like, this is perfect. Go shopping. I'm gonna be here. It depending on how fast you are is depending on how many beers I have.
Right.
So
the mall tried that with the comfortable chairs that at least there's somewhere to sit now.
you're right.
But they missed out. They should have put the TVs there, the football games, and yes, even the alcohol. That would have been really good. We'd go to the mall quite a bit.
Yeah.
With a little more activities for us.
Destination instead of a place you get dragged to.
And sports clips kind of like went in that direction, like what you said. They don't have beer, unfortunately, but there are a few out there that are similar that have sports themes, TVs and whatnot in front of you, and they also will serve you beer,
Right.
alcohol. And I know the lady's been getting this treatment for a long time. With
Oh
wine
yes, we
and-
do get our champagne.
Yeah,
Yes.
champagne at the spa.
Yes.
It's an experience.
Right.
My wife explains, my nails. I'm like,
Yes.
don't you want to go do it? No.
No, thank you.
Doesn't sound like an experience to me.
This is this is
love
not
it.
my kind of experience.
No. Oh my God.
It's
Well,
an experience you'll have once, and that's it.
yeah, speaking of experiences, are you working on any big projects right now that you want to share?
I
with our
am.
audience?
I got an amazing opportunity to meet a gentleman by the name of Mark Gold.
Okay.
And he actually bought the land as well as the actual mall there. I say mall, that's the terminology I use, that has the Best Buy and everything in it, and all the property adjacent to it. And it was merely by accident
Oh my gosh.
that we met, and I thought I was meeting with just an employee or something, and I got this amazing opportunity to sit with him right after he had purchased the property.
Wow.
And it was amazing. His dream, his compassion,
Oh my goodness.
not only for the area, but just in knowing what the future holds, I guess. Knowing, everyone, we've had businesses in malls over the years, and everyone told us in the industries we were in, the malls, are closing or whatever the case is. They weren't very positive, I'll say that.
Right.
And here you're speaking to a man that is casting this huge dream.
Oh my gosh.
And not only just a dream that he would like to do, a dream that actually he's doing all over the country, in fact,
Wow.
all over the world.
Oh my
So
goodness.
he's realized what the consumer wants, what the public wants. What this millennial generation and this next generation wants, and he's ready to develop it.
Well, I think that's why they say when one door closes, another one opens, and he's looking for the open doors, not the closed doors.
Absolutely.
Which is, probably the mindset of other developers or people that have been in this business for a long time.
Sure.
It goes the way of Blockbuster. When Netflix showed up.
Absolutely, and you think about what they always say about yard sales and everything, someone's trash is someone's treasure. And we'd always want to be the person that buys the trash, which is really a treasure.
Right.
We're all that way. We want to find that needle in a haystack. But can you imagine a man that not only has found it, in the sense that everyone is throwing them away, buying property that is 70% vacant.
Wow.
All over the country, and then within short time, and some even days, completely filling them up within a matter of a week or two.
Yeah, he's got connections.
Yes, I mean he keep throwing it away, everybody.
Yes.
Keep throwing it away, everybody.
Buy it at a discount.
Because he
Right.
certainly has been able to do that.
Yeah, someone who knows what they're doing. So tell us more about, I know you said he has big dreams. Tell us more, what are his dreams for this property in the Wesley Chapel area?
Well, there's part of the dream that I've been involved with in helping him, and only because we're from this area, and I love his dream. It would be something I would want to come up with.
Yeah.
But that particular area, even though it has the great national tenants in it, people, the community around it would always say it's dying, there's nothing there, what's going on. And
Yeah.
we love the fact that in Wesley Chapel to the south end or North Tampa, there are things coming up and have been created, like the Tampa Outlet Mall. But
Right.
for the true Wesley Chapel and all the homes that are being built, in fact, they tell us over 50,000 homes currently under
Wow.
construction or property purchased for construction around that particular area. And here he says, well, let's give them what they want. What do they want? And and he says they want local businesses. They want mom and pop shops. They want
Wow.
creativity and food.
Unique, yeah.
Unique, right. They love art. They love music. They need places for their children. They need parks. They need dog parks. They need, it's like going into an area and developing the area and saying, okay, we're going to have 200,000 people move into this area in the next 5 years. What are they going to need? Are they going to need a dry cleaner? Are they going to need a hair salon? Are they going to need whatever that is? Kind of like the pioneers did back in the day, right?
Right,
Where they
yeah.
would move in, and of course the saloon was important.
Yep.
But they would build the church.
one.
Here's
and
your beer.
Saloon.
they would build those things because they knew that the people that were coming would want those. And what he's done is taken that concept and then just magnified it with beautiful art, like we see in Miami, like at Wynwood. Container Park, which is so unique with that steel and that wood concept
Yeah.
of being open and kind of like, I don't know, it reminds me of New York, not that I'm from there, but where, you walk through and the clothes are right on the street,
Wow.
and the vendors are right
Pop-up
there.
shops
Pop-up
and stuff,
shops
yeah.
and things like that, where I can walk down, and as I'm walking down this beautiful covered area, I can pick up the clothes and I can look at the art pieces
Right.
and I can do all that. And then behind me, there's an amphitheater with live music and entertainment going
gosh,
on, and he
wow.
loves lights and
loves lights.
going up everywhere. And then I pass
Wow.
these 60 containers, 60 businesses that'll be on this one area of the property. And then as I pass through, besides the food and the restaurants and the fresh vegetables and just everything that the community wants, and so they're passing through there. And then you've got the marketplace area where there's going to be, all those venues and all those different things like we see at the fresh market and things like that's going to be there.
Wow.
And then when you pass that, you're going to get to the area where the restaurants.
Oh my
And I mean
gosh.
restaurants where there's nightlife and it's a lot of the stuff is outside as well as inside. He loves putting big rollable garage doors so you can have the outside and the inside all connected.
Yeah.
Oh
and
my
then all the
gosh.
tables outside, the overflow tables that people will be able to sit at, not just sit inside the restaurants. The brewery that's going to be there, the Double Branch Brewery,
Wow.
the restaurants that'll be there, and then there's more restaurants over here that'll be there, and the cafes like what's there now, and just all those restaurants. And then once you pass all of that, you get to the entertainment park area, where there's
Wow.
going to be, there's Chuck E. Cheese there, and of course there's a theater, and then you've got, besides that, you've got the trampoline park and
Oh my
all the different things for all the
gosh.
families and kids. So, I mean,
Incredible.
that's just the one phase of it, because he has 100 acres of land there that's been yet undeveloped. So more national tenants and more businesses that'll be coming in, and the build-to-suit buildings that he'll be building for all the property owners and the business owners. So yeah.
Well,
Wow.
listen, I mean, Steve, you had me at craft brewery and golf or go-karts. I was, I'm already sold on
Yeah.
that. So, but like for the people that don't really know about the Groves now, like how would you describe it now? And when it's finished, what the vision's going to be as, maybe with the parking situation and stuff like that, because you're going to make it walkable right now, and where like the containers and stuff are going to be situated. Kind of describe, where it is, how it is now. I mean, it's like a strip mall, really.
Correct. It's a straight, basically, once you pull into it, it's a straight shot of nothing but national tenants, great tenants actually, from Best Buy to Dick's Sporting Goods, and then there's a marketplace there, just all kinds. And for those that have lived in the area, they knew that, of course, Toys R Us used to be there, and there's national tenants that he's bringing in there. But basically, great shops from small to large that are actually there. And most of us have visited there just for that purpose.
Right.
But in order to get there, once we turned off of State Road 54 there, what we saw was empty land, empty land, empty land that looked like it was part of the mall. It's been manicured and all that, but they just sat vacant.
Right.
You know, so once you pass that land, then you got to the mall, and then most people didn't even know when they went there that there were 4 brick buildings out front, right on 75. I mean, think about this property. This property has 2 miles of frontage right on 75.
Yeah. Right.
Where over 100,000 cars goes by every day.
Holy cow.
And most of us have only seen a broken sign or a bunch of empty land
Right.
on it besides the sign, because it's like there's no life there.
And how much more interesting is it going to be when people are driving by and they see
Oh, my
shipping
goodness.
containers that
Yeah,
are
that's
operating
true.
as
Well,
businesses?
driving by 75, he has this great ambition to light it up. When I say light it up,
gosh.
I mean, picture going by 75 and to the right, all you see is colored lights everywhere
Like
on
south
the
of the
property.
border?
Yeah, I mean, just gorgeous,
my
you know,
gosh.
that beautiful lighting everywhere from over top of where the containers are going to go. There's making sure that, because most of us don't like walking outside. Live in Florida, and it's
Right,
hot,
yeah.
right? You know, we don't like going to the shopping center outside, like some of them, because it's just too hot, or it rains, and then the business owner is out of business because it's raining. We can't go to an outside place.
Right.
So you've got all these beautiful canopies stretched, and they're all
Wow.
lit. Okay. So, and then you have the amphitheater that's all lit with all of these lights, you know, for the live entertainment. You know, and then the containers themselves with art pieces, and there's going to be some beautiful art on some of the pieces out there as far as murals and things like that. So it'll be a show, you know, and just
Local artist?
local
Where
artists.
do
That's
they
correct.
apply? How do you apply to
That's correct. And then different art pieces. I mean, he actually, the other day I saw coming in, he actually, they bought these or had them made, these beautiful steel flowers, you know, the art pieces. And they now line that section that actually goes into those brick building areas.
Oh my
So, I mean,
gosh.
they've already started, and it's only been a couple weeks.
Wow.
I mean, I have never in my life seen anyone move as fast as he does. I mean, I can't even I thought I talked fast. I can't even understand. I'm like, say that again? I mean, it's just his passion. It's so amazing that it's just,
He's
it's great to be
operating
around.
in a different gear. Like,
Absolutely.
You know, yeah,
Right.
he's in overdrive.
Well, that's what it takes to do something like that. You have to have the passion for it. So, and the shipping containers, so are the businesses going, is there going to be restaurants, kind of like how Sparkman Wharf is right now, that are located in the shipping containers?
There's going to be
or-
everything from, use the word food, in the sense of, you know, whether it be ice cream or whether it would be
eclectic.
sandwiches, and you know, he's made arrangements. He has everything covered from
Wow.
the covering to make sure of the sun and the rain. He's going to have outside in a special area. He's got all the refrigerating systems. You don't have to do that. You can actually rent them from him. He's got the freezer systems.
Wow.
I mean, you're going to walk in and just decorate the inside of it out. You don't have to seat inside the container. All the seating is provided you outside. Okay, all up and down this area. So basically, you're selling from the container. Okay, if you're a shop, then yes, you have clothes and everything, but again, you also have an outside area coming out of the container where they actually like open, where one is a roof and one is the floor area.
Oh,
and so then you have all of your clothes actually outside undercover. So when the
Wow.
person walks by, they don't have to walk into your shop. They can stand there and actually look through the clothes or
That
maybe
is
the
so
art
cool.
or whatever the case is, but not out in the sun. They're actually under shade. So
Wow.
again, absolutely amazing.
That's
Wow,
amazing.
that is, it's a good idea. It's a good thought, and I'm sure it's a lot more affordable for the small
Right.
business owner that
Oh, my
wants
goodness.
to put a concept in or do something. You know, maybe they're not even sure if it's, you know, if it works because there's no, they've never done it before or whatever.
Well, as a business owner, most of our costs besides payroll is going to be rent.
Right.
You know, that's our basic cost structure, and 50% of our costs are in that. So being able to work with somebody like Mark that just knows that, I had the opportunity to meet with him and a couple other vendors and businesses. And his first question was, what can I help you with, or what do you need?
Oh my gosh.
He said to one gentleman, he said, what is your dream? I want to help you make your dream. If I help you make your dream come true, you're going to help me make my dream come true.
Oh my gosh.
So
That's
again,
amazing.
that kind of willingness, and in the container park itself, you know, you'll have people at various times. I hate to talk about money, but the cost is so low, and he's working with you. I mean, as a business owner, I can tell you, I don't work for him, so he's not paying me to be here at all. But again, as a business owner, I want to put my business somewhere where the person I'm renting from cares about me, cares about the success of my business, and is going to do everything they can to make it work.
Right, and it's providing all the tools for you. I mean, basically, you bring a DBA and a sign.
Yeah.
And you can open
I
the
need
shop.
traffic, I need people, I need excitement.
Right.
People always buy more when they're excited, you know, and then of course
Very
alcohol
true.
always helps
Yes.
out. But you want that excitement,
Right.
you know, for people to come, not, oh, it's too hot, or you know, there's not enough here, and you know, or watching the kids in one area that they hate being in because there's nothing for them, or the parent trying to hold on to the child, trying to pull everything down,
Right.
you know, and it's just, they look miserable.
Wow.
And now to be able to take them to a place where there's children's area, kids area, parks, they can bring their dog out.
Like an outdoor fair that, you know, there's something for everybody.
Right.
Yep.
And it's going to catch their attention. Everybody's going to be entertained, and everybody's going to have an experience. Just like that's the goal. With the whole
Very
thing.
cool. Yeah.
It's just
So,
like Sparkman Wharf.
Yeah, exactly like
You know?
Sparkman Wharf.
And what it's supposed to be eventually when it's
Well,
all done.
you know, there's so beautiful areas down here in Tampa, but of course, not a lot of homes around them.
Right.
So they are truly destinations.
Right.
The advantage that he has,
It's in between all the homes.
right. I mean, you've got 50,000 homes being built, you know, within a 5-mile radius of the place. There's already 175,000 people, not people, but families living in that area within a 20-mile radius. So again, it's like, I want to say a no-brainer. It's just
the people that are traveling on 75.
and most of them are either traveling somewhere else or going somewhere else. And now, I always say it's going to be a destination to visit,
Right.
but it's also going to be a place to call home. We did
Right.
a commercial with that because, again, some of us get to live there, like the Epperson Park where they have the big lagoon, you know, and so now, I mean, who would have thought Wesley Chapel now is going to be a
Yes,
place,
finally.
a destination, not just a place to live, but a place that people will come from all over the area to actually be entertained.
Right.
And things are happening in a creative way with all of the communities that are being built
Yes.
there to attract people.
Absolutely.
You know,
Right.
to come. So it's not like back in the day when they just showed up and rushed and put, you know,
Right.
infrastructure in place just to kind of as an afterthought around it. You know, things kind of are messy.
Yeah.
Like especially like in a lot of the downtown area.
Right.
Take for instance like Seminole Heights or some
Yeah.
of the old West Tampa or whatever. You know, they had to rebuild all that infrastructure, and they're not the best roads or design or anything like that. You know, building off of our knowledge from the past and the current, you know, infrastructure that's being done, it's being done right, and it's being done to.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
To
it's
jump on
technology,
roads,
it's the
yeah.
same thing. Yeah. It's-
Right.
I grew up in Vero Beach, and US 1 was the main fairway, and that's where all the businesses were. Now all the businesses are being built out by 70 or 95, and the reason again is you can get more people coming into the area
Right.
around your main roadways, and of course Tampa having those main roadways down in here is helping people get to those destinations. So again, you're seeing that all over the country, especially in Florida, going up and down 75 and 95, and that's where all the towns and the businesses are being built.
Right. Yeah, because then there's big open space and whatnot, and we're not
Correct.
constrained to being. You know, you don't have to be by like a water source like back in
Right.
ancient times.
We're not-
You know, you didn't have to
Well,
build
Back
your
in the
little.
olden
I always,
days.
I think to
River.
myself just recently, you know, what did these people that took this journey to Florida back in the day in the 1800s, what did they think?
Right.
Your
You know.
own family.
Yeah.
You know, you've been 100-something years.
Yeah.
So like before air conditioning.
Oh my
you know,
goodness, long
like,
time. I didn't even have air conditioning when I grew up.
Wow.
I'm telling my age now, but you know, just watching, just being able to talk to them and say, did you ever think that Wesley Chapel, it was called Double Branch, would ever turn into, what it's turned into? And I had my grandparents and great grandparents were born in Tampa. So again, looking at all of this growth, and I think as my encouragement to everyone is, they've listened to us. People that have great dreams and access to funds have listened to us and what we're asking for. So now we've got to get off the couch and go out and visit.
Right, exactly.
I mean, because you've got to support them. I mean, they're building all over Tampa and all over the area. They're building what we've wanted.
Right.
Whether it's businesses like ours, the Lesson Center for Creativity, just whatever it is, get out and actually become part of it.
And I think that's the exciting part about the whole Tampa area in general is there's a lot going on, a lot of new stuff happening. I mean, back home where I'm from, they just don't have the resources. They don't have actually more people are moving out than people are moving in.
People are leaving New York to come to Florida. So,
right.
True.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and that's definitely going to be our main topic is the growth in Tampa and St. Pete and just the whole general area for sure today, because I think there's so much to talk about when it comes to that. So as far as if anyone wants to contact you, if they're interested in having a business at this location, or if they just want more information, how would they go about doing that?
Well, obviously we can always contact the Grove itself, but I'd love them to contact me, and part of that is because I like working with small businesses. So part of it's as the marketing aspect of things, as well as getting them to fit in. And then once we meet with them to find out what their dream is and what they need, and then we'll go ahead and set up a meeting with Mark Gold. But they can reach me at either Stephen at our email address, Stephen at tlcmarketingagency.org, O-R-G. Or they can give us a call. I'm looking at the number 813-321-8641, only because I'm older and I'm forgetful. But they can contact me. They can look up TLC Marketing on Facebook. Obviously, we have a webpage, tlcmarketingagency.com as well. But any way they can message us. Facebook. My name is Steve Morgan. I'm on the everywhere. So I just want to talk. I want to find out what people want, even if you're not a business owner, but you know of a business that you would love to see in that area. We want to do everything that we can to help them. And what I tell people is real simple. Let's do it now. And the reason is Mark is in a position where he wants to get this done. People say, well, how long do you think? How many years is it going to be? And I laugh at them and I said, I've only known him for 2 weeks, and he's done more in 2 weeks than anyone's done the last 2 or 3 years out there. In fact, probably the last 10 years out there. So again, it's not going to take very long. Every time I ask him that question, he says, I already have the containers coming. So I mean, it's
just need a
and the city, he's met with the city and the county, and they're so supportive of the whole project and everything like that. So they are definitely working with them. So I would say, in all honesty, it will be less than 6 months.
Wow.
And everything I've already said will actually be up and done within the next 6 months. And then, of course, you have all the other projects and land and everything. But I would say the container part, the entertainment, all that in 6 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then probably later for like the go-karts and...
Yeah, the bigger things that will take longer, and there's so much property there. But the container park and the entertainment, all those things, and of course the restaurants, and of course the the national tenants are already there, and open. But that aspect of the frontage of the property, I'd say about 6 months, and he'll have that lit up and have all the vendors and the food and just everything.
Catch some attention for sure. Well, so if anyone wants to inquire about getting more information, if you're ready to start moving on your business, contact Steve today. So you can get involved with this.
Before all the containers are sold out.
Well, I always tell people you don't want to come in on the second phase.
Right.
I said once it's up and running, then there's thousands of people coming. I said the second phase people might end up paying a little bit more.
Well, and you're getting your choice of premium spots, I imagine, with
absolutely
early
absolutely
stages.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Steve, for telling us about this awesome project.
You're welcome.
Wesley Chapel's so lucky to have this coming to our area. So thank you so much.
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, everything else that's been out there and And you know, like you said, like the outlets we said earlier, it's not walkable. This is something that you can just park,
Right.
get out and walk, go to your restaurants, do your shopping, blah blah blah. So on and so forth.
Yeah. So I do have a lightning round for
Okay.
you.
Lightning round.
So basically the premise is I'm going to ask you questions and just whatever comes off the top of your head.
Okay.
So it's all Tampa based. Bucks, Lightning, or Rays?
Bucks.
Okay. St. Pete or Tampa?
Tampa.
North Tampa or South Tampa?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Well, for all the amazing attractions, I would have to say south.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
it'll be north after this.
Yeah.
Well,
project.
yes.
Oh my gosh. Favorite pizza place in Tampa?
Wow.
Oh, I got you there.
The place I love to eat at, believe it or not, is Mellow Mushroom. I mean, I just love.
That's a new one.
Love the
Yeah.
different styles of pizza that they have, and my family and I consider us connoisseurs of pizza. You know,
Ooh.
probably not as much the New York style, of course,
Yeah,
but
well,
definitely
you know,
the
you're talking
different
to a New
varieties.
York guy, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so going off that, favorite Italian place in Tampa?
Favorite Italian place? I would probably have to say Bella's.
Ooh, there you go.
Bella's.
Been there and enjoyed the people, the staff there, and of course the food is just amazing.
Yeah, I think that
Where's Bella's located?
it's down here in South Tampa. It's in like Howard
Yeah.
Avenue, right?
It's Soho
Yeah,
area.
yeah. So I think it was rated the top Italian restaurant.
It
this
was.
year.
It was. My daughter-in-law actually introduced that to me.
Oh.
Yeah, I met
my
before they got
gosh.
married. I met her parents down there for the first time,
Wow.
and
Oh.
just fell in love with it. It's gorgeous.
How have I not been here?
Yeah, you
How-
gotta go. It gets
I
crowded
don't
on the
think I've
weekends.
heard of it
but
before.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
cute.
If you don't know that it's there, you might not know it's there. But you know, once you go there, you'll love
Now
it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Favorite steak place in Tampa?
Wow.
Got you again.
Yeah. Wow. Well,
There's
you-
a lot of choices.
yeah, there's a lot of choices, and to be honest with you, I try to eat more steak at home than I love cooking. But I mean, obviously there's Burns and some amazing
Well,
places.
who you
but
bring in? Like, if you had an important client or family member, where do you bring them?
I like
that
I
one?
like atmosphere. I mean, the food is always good, and I'm showing my age. I can't remember the name of the place. I'll think of it in a second. But there's a place down off of Dale Mabry. I can't think of the name of the place, but beautiful atmosphere. Really, it's a small place on the right-hand side, over down by Bonefish Grill, and right off of Dale Mabry on the west side. I can't think of the name of the place.
man, I'm trying
We
to
go there
think.
all the time, but
Is it south of 275?
It's not
or
Icaroni's,
north?
is it?
no.
No.
No, they have amazing steaks there. I'll have to think of the
Is
name
it
and
Black
give it to you.
Rock or?
No.
That's newer.
Oh, yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah, I'll have to get the name to you. I'll think of
Yeah.
it when I'm
Oh.
not trying to think of it.
It'll
but
come to you.
yeah, there's small places that are just, you know, beautiful lighting, beautiful people, specialty.
right.
I love unique food, even with my steak. So
Really?
yeah, they had a special with grits and things. And I've never loved grits, but just the specialty things they'll add with
Yeah.
it, to me makes
Are
it
you
unique.
talking like further up, Bonefish by like Outback?
Yeah.
Like over there?
I cannot think of it.
Well, when you think of it,
I will let you
follow
know.
the Facebook page.
Yes.
This is Tampa Podcast.
I'm
We'll
scanning
my
mention it on
memory.
there.
Yes.
Maybe it'll come to you at some
It
point.
will. It will. It's
While
in
we're
there.
talking.
It's in there.
It's in there somewhere. It's got to come
It's
out.
It's just
It's
not.
got
It's not
full-
cooperating right now.
Well, so if you like unique food, what's your favorite restaurant to go to in Tampa, or Wesley Chapel, or anywhere in the greater, or even St. Pete and Ellis?
My goodness, I love seafood.
Do you?
I do. And of course, living in Florida, I've chosen to continue to live here because I love water.
Yes.
So if you find me a place on the water and put seafood in front of me, I will absolutely eat it.
You can't go wrong.
No, I love, again, a destination. I love that type of scenery and the smell of the ocean
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So for me, you know, I remember, you know, being a little boy on Clearwater Beach and just running up and down the
Aw.
beach. We used to stay on the beach for a week or two during the summertime.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so again,
Aw.
you know, seafood was everything that we knew. And my
Right.
grandparents, when they used to fish, and you know, fresh mullet and just everything. I mean, really, for me, it's the simplest of things. I'm a simple person that likes great food. So
there's no chance of you like moving to Indiana or
oh Lord,
anytime
no.
soon. Like,
I'm trying to get my wife to let us build a home on the water, but
There you go.
you know, she doesn't like bugs or no-see-ums or.
I mean, I know a couple of realtors that can make that happen.
I know.
Just saying.
We can help you out with that.
You know, the closest I've got to was living. Well, we did live on the water at one time, but was living on a lake, and I like that. And of course, the boating and the sea-doos and all that. That you know, I've finally learned I'm older than what I think I am. So
no more sea-doos.
Yeah, no more sea-doos. I ended up almost hurting myself the last time I went on them.
Oh
so
no, yeah, that's dangerous.
I can't ride them. I have to try to jump over things.
Oh gosh.
They don't make airbags for those.
No, they don't. They should though.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
go.
Oh my gosh. All right, favorite charity in Tampa. This gets people all the time too.
Well, there's a lot of amazing charities. Actually, we offer a program called Grants for Vets.
Ooh,
And we've done it now for 5 years. It's funded by our different businesses.
Oh my gosh.
And it's a program that provides free lessons, music, art, dance, martial arts, all of that to veterans.
Oh, I love that.
And it doesn't matter, they can be in service as well. So, but we have hundreds of them. In fact, just recently, the martial arts, Tim, the instructor and just an amazing guy, he's a veteran as well, just sent me a story last night of a gentleman, and I don't know all the details. I was reading it, and he was so thrilled to be able to help this gentleman, but he had reached out to our Facebook on the martial arts and said he's recently a veteran and coming back. He told a story of his 15-year-old son that just committed suicide.
Really?
Oh my Lord. Oh my
And
gosh.
a couple weeks ago, in that he's just needing help. I mean, he just wants camaraderie and friendship and supports and all that.
Oh my gosh.
And so Tim reached out to him and said, yes, we want you to come, and you know, and told him where the studio was and the gym and all that, so he could come and be part. And again,
Oh my gosh.
you know, they come for free. I mean, we don't charge them.
Yeah.
Well, just getting back acclimated to society after serving, you know, is one thing, but to have to deal with a tragedy like that.
I mean, I don't know much more of the story because I didn't, you know, but I just read through it briefly, and I was just astounded by what he had been through. But again, you hear these stories, and again, to be able to say, yes, we want to help, and yes, you know, because it's not just lessons, it's friendship and relationships and
So much more
you know, and
to
all
it.
that. And you know, even when parents come and drop their kids off, I end up talking about life and how your kid's doing, and you know, coming back to that kind of counselor or pastoral role from my past, and say, you know, what can we do? We had a woman, short story, come in the other day, and she said, I've always wanted to put my children in lessons. And I said, okay. And she goes, but I can't afford to. And I said, well, if you don't mind, I said, talk to me and let me, you know, about what's going on. And single mom, and you know, 2 or 3 kids, and you know, that kind of story. And I said, well, I tell you what, we also have a scholarship program.
Oh my gosh.
And I said, what would it mean to you if we could provide you a scholarship so that you could come and didn't have to pay?
Wow.
That's awesome. Now, are those sponsored?
They're by us.
They're
We do
by
all
you.
of that. Yeah, as a company, we provide all that. And there's usually a form, and there's an application, small application. We just want to know that they're really in need.
Right.
And so my son said, well, you'll have to talk to my dad. You know, basically, Mr. Morgan takes care of that. And she looked at me, and I said, done.
Oh my
I said, I'll send the form to you later. I said, just go ahead and take care of it, Jason. And I said, we'll go ahead and offer you a scholarship for your 2 kids.
Now, do you have anything set up like that where that other people could sponsor maybe a child? Maybe
We
they don't
haven't
have
yet.
their
I mean,
own?
we've been asked that occasionally, but we haven't yet. Not that we wouldn't appreciate funds or be able to do more than we currently do for them, but just right now, you know, it's just, we've been doing it for 5 years, and again, amazing stories of just being, you know, compassionate and caring about the community. And it's great to be a business owner, and it's great to have the opportunity to do that, but to be able to give back, for me personally, is why we do what we do. You know, because at the end of the day, we not only want to build a heritage for our family, grandchildren and so forth, but also the community, and it's been so gracious to my family, all of my family for years.
Well, they say you give to the community will give back.
Yes.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Wow.
So that's our favorite
Oh
charity.
my gosh. Well, we'll make sure to link that in the post
Yes.
too, so people can check that out if they want to take lessons or
Yeah.
support your charity in any way.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Well, my last one is your favorite podcast in Tampa.
Would be yours.
Yay!
Of course.
That's the
Bingo.
answer we were going for. Oh my
You win the
gosh.
door prize.
Yes. Well, so let's move into our non-Florida man story. So every week we do a non-Florida man
Non-Florida
story.
man.
And basically the point of that is to counteract the Florida man. You always hear about those articles.
Yeah, listen, people, in case you haven't realized yet, crazy stories happen everywhere. The fact that, Florida man just sounds good, I guess. It just rings up, it just rolls off the tongue. So, and people are used to saying it, I don't know. I still think it's a propaganda thing to keep people from moving to Florida, but it's not working, by the way.
Not working.
So,
So what do we have today, Rob?
this is a good one. This is actually not even USA thing. This is
We're going international.
Yeah, we're
today.
going international. I mean, this shit happens all over the world. So, just so you know. But the headline is the thieves, they steal a toilet, okay?
Oh.
But not just any toilet. It's a $5 million gold toilet
Well, there
from
you go.
the Blenheim Palace in Britain.
Oh my.
What it
interesting.
says is, burglars have stolen a fully functional 18-karat gold toilet from Britain's Blenheim Palace,
Wow.
where it had been installed as an art exhibit. Now, this thing was functional too. I mean, it wasn't just,
It was a working gold
It was a
toilet.
working gold toilet
Oh my gosh.
because, you need that.
Someone needs it.
Yeah. The toilet, valued at more than $5 million, was part of an
Oh my
exhibition of work by Italian conceptual artist Maurizio Catalan. Catalani, I guess that's how you say it. Which opened 2 days ago at the stately home 60 miles west of London, a major tourist attraction. The toilet named, so it does bring America into this
Oh,
because
Lord.
the toilet was actually named America for some reason.
That's
I don't
great.
know why.
Oh.
But was previously on display in a cubicle at New York's Guggenheim Museum,
Okay.
where more than 100,000 visitors used it.
They used the gold toilet.
Used it.
Oh my.
It said where more
Okay.
than 100,000 visitors were able to use it.
Interesting.
I guess
Yes.
that's the functional
Yes.
part of it.
Ah,
Try not to picture that.
no,
Okay.
I know. Ew.
But it does
Oh my
say
gosh.
thieves with at least 2 vehicles broke into the palace, the birthplace of World War II leader Winston Churchill,
Oh my gosh.
and removed the toilet sometime before 5 a.m. Due to the toilet being plumbed into the building, this caused significant damage and flooding. Like
Oh no.
that even matters. I mean, it's a $5 million gold
Yeah.
toilet.
The toilet's the bigger problem.
So we've had stolen fajitas, right?
Botox.
Oh yeah,
Stolen Botox.
we're breaking into a Botox center, stolen Botox, and now we have a toilet, a golden
Oh my
toilet,
gosh.
being
And
being
none of it's
stolen.
in Florida.
This is I guess the British are.
Wow. So they
into,
haven't recovered the toilet yet. It
Yeah,
sounds like.
yeah.
I mean, how can you hide a gold toilet?
You paint it, I guess. Paint it white. I don't
Oh
know.
my gosh.
Like
Wow.
that'd be, I
think
guess
you
the thing to
install
do.
it in your house. I mean, how could you not?
There you go.
Tell all your friends to come over and see
Yeah.
it.
I
I mean, I don't.
imagine they're gonna melt it down and probably in gold bricks,
Yeah.
and then
There you go.
yeah.
Well, you
That's
gotta
the
at least
plan.
snap one shot while you're sitting on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, it's hilarious.
Oh my God, it is.
And you know
It
what?
really is.
One of the idiots that stole it will probably do that.
I mean, sometime there's gonna be a
And
put
photo
it
on
on
Facebook or
Right.
Instagram or whatever, and
Yeah.
that's how they'll get busted.
They better be careful
They better be
with their
careful.
golden toilet.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, that's a good find, Rob.
Imagine what that weighed. I mean, that must
I
have
thought
been
the same thing. It's got to be a ton.
The weight.
I mean, what do you do? You can't put it in your pocket. You can't walk down the hallway with it. What?
Yeah, I hope they take care of it and clean it really well.
Wow.
Keep it clean.
There
know.
you go.
It had 100,000 New York butts on it. So.
Oh my gosh. Wow, yuck. Oh my goodness. Well, moving on from the golden toilet, let's go back to the United States, specifically the Tampa Bay area. Our main topic for today, and we'll have to keep it pretty short here, but is just the overall growth in the Tampa Bay area, whether it be St. Pete and Pinellas or North Tampa, Wesley Chapel, or the heart of Tampa Bay,
right here in Channelside.
down here in Channelside. Yeah. It's just booming right now, and going along with the development in Wesley Chapel, we've got Sparkman Wharf and Water Street here in Channelside. You've got something going on in the West Shore district now, multi-use.
Yeah,
development, and then even by USF, by the University Mall area, that's all coming down and turning into a multi-use area.
See, that
as
one
well.
I'm not that familiar with.
Yeah, that one, there's not a lot of information about that one right now, but I know that it's basically the same concept. They're trying to make it where it's pedestrian friendly. They're opening up where you can see there's a bunch of beautiful lakes over there. None of us know they exist. But
like Lake Magdalene area, all that. There's a lot of lakes and lakes and stuff
there's
like that.
a lot going on, and the population growth is just crazy. I know in Hillsborough County it's supposed to grow 7.5% in the next 5 years. And then Steve, I know you said Wesley Chapel earlier. What was the growth in the past 20
Well, it's been
years?
in the past 10 years, 687%.
That's just wild.
In the last 10 years.
That's a lot of
Enormous.
That's up
folks.
until 2017, and we know what's happened since then. So yes.
I remember it was like even when I moved here in 2008. I was on the other coast, but if it was Wesley Chapel, really your option was Seven Oaks.
Yeah, I didn't even
That was
know it
it.
existed.
Or Meadow Point.
Yeah,
Right.
I grew up in Lawton Pinellas, and like I said, you heard of Land Lakes, of course Zephyr Hills, you heard of, but I didn't even know Wesley Chapel even existed.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was just some blank land off of Bruceby Downs.
Yeah, it was just a lot of farmland.
Yeah.
And growing up in this area, I remember when the Palm Harbor area, there was nothing but farmland. It was nothing but
That's
groves
wild.
and trees, and I remember going to
gosh.
Countryside Mall when it first opened.
Wow.
So again, it's just this whole area.
It's crazy.
It's crazy what it's becoming, not just what it's become, but what it's becoming.
Right.
And I love the art, the creativity, just everything, the music and the theater.
Right.
Everything that Tampa has been known for,
Right.
really, centuries ago. And here we are today, and the artists and everyone is redeveloping
Right.
all of that area up here. And so now you have
Right.
the Miami area, and now you've got Tampa.
Right.
I mean, you have some destinations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's-
with the Wesley Chapel, what's interesting is how it's affected New Tampa. I think what like New Tampa's vision originally was what Wesley Chapel is actually
Right.
accomplishing now, and it's kind of pulling. Like you don't hear about too many businesses closing or moving out or whatever, but that has been the case a lot of times in New Tampa. Ruby Tuesdays recently just closed their doors one day without even announcing it. Many businesses have been in that, what is it now, next to Chili's. There's that restaurant. It used to
I
be Olive
know.
Garden, I think.
Yeah, it was
And
like
then it changed.
Maggiano's or something, and then
Cha-
it was
it
some
changed over.
Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, it's been
It's
a couple
just
Mexican
nothing,
restaurants
yeah.
that have gone out of
Nothing's
there.
really
I think it's
stuck.
timing. There's been a huge shift, obviously, with internet, Amazon, everything like that. And sometimes if you strip away the glitz and the glitter and all that, then what you have underneath it is truly what people want.
Right.
Right.
And I think that rawness of people, that earthiness of people is coming forward now. Something that you can't buy on Amazon, or something that people are now going, this is what I really wanted anyway.
Or
I didn't
now
need.
even like Whole Foods, because I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
like they got the grocery business too,
Yeah.
which
Right.
Sprouts that's opening.
Yeah,
up,
but they're getting the Sprouts out there in New
Yeah.
Tampa,
Like
and
in
I
New
think
Tampa.
Aldi even. So I know
Aldi
everyone
maybe
wants a
at the Ruby Tuesday. That's what they're talking
The-
about
the
now.
Ruby
is at
Tuesdays
the
over
Ruby
there,
Tuesday.
yeah. And
Louis
then-
Vieira, if you're out there and listening by some chance, get that done. Get
Louis
all
Vieira,
these.
he's got a lot on his plate.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, I think a big part of that is the age change in the Tampa and St. Pete area is
Absolutely.
getting even younger. For instance, in Tampa, the average age right now is 35 and a half. St. Pete is a little bit behind at 44 and a half, but still, I mean, it's just growing younger. We're getting a lot of millennials.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's one of the top growing areas for jobs, especially in the tech industry. They're saying Tampa's going to become like a Silicon Valley, the new Silicon Valley, which if you know anything about that area in California, is just crazy.
Absolutely.
The property values out there are wild. So right now, Tampa is the second best place to for first-time home buyers.
Right.
It's very affordable, and it's ranked the number 5 area for starting a business. And St. Pete is just a little behind it at number 14 in the entire country.
Right.
As far as affordability goes, and you know, opportunities to grow your business. So there's lots of jobs coming here. There's people moving here every day from other states. So
And all those people need service.
They do.
Businesses too.
Well, and they're also influencing. The one thing said about Wesley Chapel is that you can still, it still has that small town feel, but yet all of that. And I think some of us are still wanting that small town feel, but yet all the amenities and everything that we want of a big city. And I also think that more people are moving down here, and they're bringing that culture with them. You know, they grew up north, and you know, they grew up in small towns, or they grew up in where everybody knew themselves, all the neighbors knew each other. So again, if you're coming down, there's more of, I'll put it this way, there's more of them than there is of us.
right.
So it's no longer what the Floridians want.
Right.
You know, because you know, we didn't grow up in those small towns down here like that, because you know, this is such a new area. You know, we grew up in different environments. You know, I grew up on the beach, but now all of a sudden you're getting that culture where they like, you know, different restaurants like the California, where you can get real Mexican, you can get real
authentic,
Chinese authentic food,
Right.
you know, and in this mom and pop store down the road. So again, they're wanting that same culture here, and that's what we're all building.
Right.
You know what's funny though, and you going back to what you said about like the people that have been here a long time and kind of, you know, resist all of this growth. And I just seen it. I think I showed you where they put some graffiti on the Lennar sign.
Oh yeah.
That was being
Oh
built.
yes,
Lennar, you
I saw that.
Yeah. Like
Yes,
Go
it was
home
our
or something,
town.
or
yeah, go away or whatever. We don't need any more. But listen,
Yeah.
if you want all these amenities, these people want those amenities,
Right.
but this is the cost. You know, you need. They're not going to just bring these amenities for a limited amount of people. Even with your investor, you know, he's looking at the growth in the future.
Right.
And if that growth isn't there, you know, you're not going to get this kind of investment in the area.
There's so much land here to go around, though. You can
Yeah.
still find lots of land in Florida
there's
that's
plenty.
undeveloped. But you know, the Tampa area has been here for so long and has so much rich heritage, even
does.
from its past.
Yeah.
And now you have people coming that have come from these areas like New York that have that culture already, and so they're just bringing it back to life. They're resurrecting
Right.
the
And
creativity of this area.
yeah, speaking of that, like, what do you think of the like Seminole Heights area and
The redevelopment over
the
there.
redevelopment, like where Armature Works is, and all that?
Tampa Heights,
I mean,
yeah.
that's even in its beginning stages, because that's supposed to, you know, expand
Just
out.
explode, yeah.
Absolutely. Again, people have to use their voice, whether it's social media or watching podcasts or get up off the couch and go out. Look,
Right.
there are plenty of investors that want to come into this area and give us our dreams.
Yeah.
You know, they really do. But the problem is, number one, they want to know, are you going to support us? We can't build
Right.
it, you know, if you're not going to come. Build
Right.
it and they will come.
Yes,
Field of
exactly.
Dreams. You know, we really need to support all the shows and all the unique places that they're
Right.
creating. Even our sports teams.
Yep.
You know, you've got to support
Yeah,
them.
get out there and
Yeah.
support the
You know,
Rays. They
Yeah.
they won the
Yeah, they're
the
doing
other
pretty
night.
good, right? They're
yeah.
on their way.
We say we want these
to something.
things, and now we've got to support them.
Right.
Because I can't imagine going backwards.
No.
I can't imagine raising
No.
children or grandchildren that
Yeah.
don't have the luxuries that we're about to give them with art and dance and music and creativity and just everything that's going on here in Tampa Bay
In
Area.
other words, don't blow it.
Yeah.
Don't
blow
blow
it.
it.
Yeah, and another thing as far as real estate goes, as most of you know now, Rob and I are both realtors. I've noticed with people coming from other states, a lot of them want to be in communities where there's activity centers and programs. They don't want to just buy a house, they want to buy a lifestyle and
Right.
a sense of neighborhood and community.
Yes,
So
exactly.
you see a lot of that going on with
Yeah.
Land O'Lakes right now. There's Connerton and the
Correct.
Wildlife Preserve, and
Correct.
then in Wesley Chapel you've got Epperson with the Crystal Lagoon. You know, it's crazy.
Who would have thought?
I know. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Wesley Chapel in Tampa,
A
Florida.
lagoon.
And where it is, I mean, it's
It's like
still
17-acre
a
lagoon. It's
challenge.
just,
Yeah, it's still a
It's
challenge.
wild.
Like when I speak to prospective clients about going that far
They act
away
like it's
from
a-
downtown, but
Well, with the Wesley Chapel, once that takes
it's only
off.
30 minutes away. We act, you know,
Yeah.
when people go to California, and I tell my mom, I say, how long does it take to get there? Oh, she said about an hour. We'll have to go on 5 different interstates and get off. And I'm
Right.
thinking to myself,
Wow.
we got one shot.
Yeah.
We get on the-
and it's going to be even quicker because
Yeah.
they're making an exit for it.
That's
right
correct.
Right on that road.
Right.
Yeah.
That leads to overpass road or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to make an exit right there, so it'll be even quicker.
Well, I hate driving, so if I can get there in 30 minutes, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
30
Right.
minutes is okay.
30 minutes is okay
Well,
with
and
me.
even-
Listen, if you do have an hour drive, our podcasts are usually an hour. Just saying.
There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
Well, some
Even
people
though-
love to drive.
Wink, wink.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
I'd like to
true.
boat, so if I can, I'll boat an hour.
Yeah.
You'll boat an hour?
But, oh, I
Well,
love boating.
speaking of boat, they're trying to work on a system where you can take a boat from St. Pete to Tampa now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that exists slightly right now,
Yeah,
but
it
it's
does.
going to expand to during
It's
the
like
week
beta.
for people going to work. And then down here in South Tampa and Channelside area, you've got the scooters and the bikes that they're
Love
testing
that.
out. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
they
so
should
cool.
put scooters over there.
Oh no, that was already brought up.
Was it?
Oh, there
I
you
already
go.
brought up. They showed me a picture of a scooter, and they were saying we should bring these in here, and then you can rent them when you're coming. Of course, again, I don't like to walk or drive, so scooter. Look,
You're like,
know,
perfect.
Yeah.
golf cart, anything for me.
Yes.
Of course,
Yeah,
I might run
something.
over a few people, but
Segways
by
or
accident.
whatever.
It could get dangerous.
Yeah,
Of course, drinking
Oh
and
my
driving
God.
probably not a good
Yeah,
idea.
no, yeah, maybe
even on a
next day
scooter.
the golf carts.
Yeah, even on a scooter wouldn't be a good idea. But
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but they only go like 10 miles an hour or whatever, 12 miles an hour.
yeah, but getting hit by one, even at 10 miles an hour, might
Oh,
hurt.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
might hurt.
you'll
Ouch.
learn.
Oh my gosh.
You'll
yeah.
Maybe they
Real
can come
quick.
up with self-driving ones.
There you go.
Self-driving
That's what we
scooters.
need. And cars.
There you go. That's the next
Oh my
thing.
gosh. Oh man.
Oh, my
so yeah,
goodness.
the growth here is just incredible. So things like
fun.
what you're working on, it's just gonna make it even more so.
Absolutely.
So I thought that was a really good topic for this episode.
Yeah, we'll
to
definitely.
cover
We want to
today.
keep an eye on it too.
Yes.
And, I might have something in mind that
Look forward to hearing it. Yeah.
try and get involved with one of those shipping containers.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob's got a business.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I love
that,
it.
I think it'll go over very well.
Resparked,
Yeah.
resparked my interest.
There you go. So let's go over just some, general places that we've tried this week. At the end of our podcast, we always talk about new restaurants or stores or anything we've discovered over the past week, just to, give them a shout out. We love to support small business. So have you tried anything new this week, Rob? Any new spots?
Nothing new, but I revisited an old favorite, which is
Okay.
that Chinese buffet up in Wesley Chapel.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of Wesley Chapel, but this guy, the one in the public shopping center,
Uh-huh.
the Played Against
By the
Sports
bells.
and
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's very few Chinese buffets that I'll go to, and that's one of them.
Oh, do you know what it's
I know
called
the
off the top of
owner.
your head?
I think it's just called Chinese Buffet. I really, I think it's China Buffet or just
Yeah.
China Buffet.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the owner, we know the owner. He's always there, and he's always keeping it clean, and
Oh,
he's
that's
making sure
great.
he's there checking the food and everything.
Oh, that's awesome to hear.
I've never gotten sick there or
Yeah,
anything.
you
And
never know,
And the peanut butter
especially big
chicken,
buffets.
or the peanut chicken where they
Oh,
are,
yeah,
my
you and your peanut butter.
favorite. Yeah,
Yeah.
love it.
Ooh, that's a good one. What about you, Steve? Any places
Oh my
tried
goodness.
out, or any favorites you want to mention? Have you thought about your steak restaurant yet?
Yeah.
That brain is still going, and it's still coming up blank.
Oh man.
Someone once told me they said when you have those moments, just look and say, "I've got nothing." Got nothing. No, I haven't been to a lot of restaurants. I love desserts.
Yeah. Oh,
You
that
know,
was a lightning round
so-
question. I was going to ask you what your favorite dessert
Oh my goodness. Well, yogurt, not because we own one, but
Yeah.
yogurt has always been my favorite.
Really?
Yogurtology down in Tampa here. I visit there a lot.
Do you-
Is that yours?
No,
Oh,
but
no.
it's about a half-hour drive from my house, and there's more
wow.
places around me. But
Wow.
I have to be honest with you, I consider myself a yogurt connoisseur. So
Oh my gosh.
Not all yogurt is the same. I
Sorry,
don't
I'm
know
on the
enough
other
about
end.
it. You know,
I'm an ice cream guy.
are you?
Yeah, I'm ice cream.
But I love yogurt, but you know, there's certain taste and you know the thickness and the amount of, believe it or not, air they put in it, and
Wow.
whether it's wet or not. I mean, there's
Oh
all
my
kinds of
gosh.
factors with
There's
it.
a lot going on.
You
There's
are
There's a
an
lot going
insane
on,
yogurt.
you know.
Oh my-
So yeah, yogurtology. I when I'm down in this area, I have to stop there.
Well,
They
we
got
know
it
you're
figured
going
out.
after this.
Yeah, it's
I guess
really
they got to
good.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Yogurtology. That's why it's like, you know,
Yeah.
Scientology.
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Yogurtology.
It's an ology,
Yogurtology,
so they
that's how they-
perfected it.
Yeah, no, they have. I've been to a lot of them.
Wow.
And the TCBYs is nice, but again,
TCBY, I forgot about.
yeah,
Is
but
there a TCBY here?
no, there's one in Trinity. The only one I
Okay.
know is the one in Trinity.
Oh, yeah, that was a blast from the past.
You know, my kids like to go. There's one, what is the name of it? Right in Trinity there that is like shaved ice. They have perfected the.
Is it Kona ice?
No, they have perfected the shaved ice. I'm not really a shaved ice person.
Yeah.
Perfected the shaved ice.
Yeah. Oh, it's it's
That
immaculate.
took a long
Oh.
time. to
Yeah, no, they
perfect shaved ice.
perfected it, but I like it with the ice cream in it.
Yeah.
Ice cream and shaved
Well,
ice.
that's
There you
I do
go.
like that. I think there was a place in New Tampa. I think it's closed, but they used to have
Brewster's, I think.
gelato. No, Brewster's
Yeah.
still open.
Oh,
isn't it?
okay. I don't know.
But they would have
I don't eat ice cream.
they would have like the ice cream, then the shaved ice or gelato,
Yeah.
then the shaved,
Shaved
Oh,
ice.
and
cherry
then-
berry.
Was that what it
Yes,
was?
I know the owner of the previous.
But they would
oh,
have it
was
in
so
layers.
Good. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was.
Yes.
That was
that was
so
money.
good.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh my gosh,
It's
man.
apparently somewhere close to lunchtime
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
we always end up
learn-
talking about food
yep.
at the end. Oh my god.
we're talking about food.
Oh man. Well, so I got to try Kawa coffee this week, which was so good. I've heard about it so many times. I just got it by happenstance.
What is it, Kava?
Kawa, I think I'm
Kawa?
saying it. I think
Kawa.
it's Kawha. I'll link it properly. But it was really good. It was very smooth. It wasn't too strong like some other places are. And the quality of the cups were really sturdy. So that was a really good spot.
Kawa's got good cups.
Yeah, good cups. There's an Italian restaurant I stopped at in Carrollwood, and I cannot remember the name of it, but I will link it. Robbie would love it. It is authentic Italian. I went in there. They speak Italian. They're somewhat speak English, and that's how you know it's a good, authentic restaurant.
I'll be the
So,
judge of
well,
that.
send
I
Rob
mean, I
over
don't know. You're, a blonde Florida girl.
Oh.
Put
Let's
the
see.
Italian in there, but
Yeah.
oh my goodness, it was a delicious. Another one by USF on Fowler, I think it was Fuzzy's Tacos. Have you ever tried Fuzzy's Tacos?
No.
before?
I'm not a taco guy. No.
No? Oh, it was pretty good. Board and
frozen yogurt
Beauty
first.
is a company that I just interviewed for my Let's Talk Tampa page. It's a woman named Danielle. She lives in South Tampa, and she makes these beautiful charcuterie boards. So check that out on the Let's Talk Tampa page if you ever want to order one. I think she's going to start taking orders, and they are stunning.
You know the problem with charcuterie boards, and you as a guy probably can understand that it doesn't look like a lot of food. Like,
these
it doesn't
ones
look
are-
like a meal.
yeah.
Like as a guy, you want a nice hearty meal. Like,
Okay, well maybe
But
you open a shipping container with charcuterie boards geared towards
No, I
men.
know it. It's like you get
Have a
full,
bar.
like if you have it,
Yeah.
and it's good. They got salami and stuff like that on there, but or dried sausage.
But then again, if you have the beer and the alcohol that goes with it, you have more room.
There you go.
Yeah, but like if you're looking at the menu and it says charcuterie board or chicken wings, and you're
Wow.
like, well, chicken wings, obviously.
I guess maybe you can make a chicken wing charcuterie board.
There you go. That's a
I
good.
bet y'all
Now
giving
that's
you
a good.
ideas here.
That's a great
Oh my
idea.
gosh, no, but these are stunning. And then the last one I have today is Union Coffee. I just stopped over to Armature Works on my way here, and it was really good coffee.
good, I've had
Yeah, yeah. So you've had it too, yeah. It's
Union
beautiful. They
Coffee.
did a little heart on the top.
Yeah.
That's the one where they have it on tap, right? They have it like they have all the taps and
so.
stuff. It's
Yeah,
the
they
one
had
on
a
the
really
corner there.
fancy machine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you
I haven't
like?
had that
Do you
yet.
like it?
I do. I love coffee.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you?
Yeah.
Coffee too.
Love coffee.
Oh my gosh, me
Do
too.
they have any coffee flavored frozen yogurt?
Well, they do, but you can't compare it.
It's not like
It's
coffee
not
flavored
yogurt.
ice
No,
cream.
no. Coffee connoisseurs are very serious about their coffee, and
Yeah.
They are.
whether it be Cuban coffee or whatever it might be, and
yes,
just
so
yes,
good.
yes.
Do you ever have any Vietnamese coffee?
I have not.
Oh, there. Now, if you want to
now
have
we
a
gotta try
coffee
that.
this is like jet fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
that
my
stuff
gosh.
is
Yeah.
serious.
I'm the guy that
man.
gets a cup of coffee with
Vietnamese.
5 shots in it.
Go
so.
to
I
Oh
mean,
my goodness.
You ever go to the
You're gonna be
casino?
bouncing off the walls.
You ever go to the casino? They have the noodle bar in the
Uh-huh.
casino. They serve the Vietnamese coffee.
Do they?
Yeah, order it.
I
I'll
love
try
the
that.
stronger the better,
Oh,
the blacker
this'll-
the better.
Really? Ooh, you are.
this'll make
you're
your hair
a coffee
stand
and a
up.
yogurt connoisseur.
I love coffee. Don't do
Love
anything
it.
without it.
Oh my gosh.
Remember the Vietnamese coffee, and when you have it,
At the
you'll think about
casino.
this moment and think about
Okay.
me.
Well, shout out
And
to
then
them. We'll
thank
find
you.
out
Yes.
what they're called. Oh my gosh. So lastly today, real estate quick tip. You got anything you want to talk about, Rob? or-
Not real estate related.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a quick tip though, and I thought about it earlier. When he said like, don't, drink and drive or drink and whatever. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's probably not a good idea to drink and go buy a new car or make any like big decisions,
drink and buy a
especially
house.
like. A house or something like that. You
Right.
might need like a drink before,
Right.
signing the papers.
Or after.
Which I do recommend, as long as everything's done, when you show up to the title company,
Yeah.
if you had a cocktail down the road beforehand, it might make things go a little easier.
Yeah.
But that's about it for me.
Well, I'll offer one. I think right now is the perfect time to buy, especially with all we've been talking about the growth in Tampa, and the mortgage rates are at historic lows
Yes.
Yeah.
right now. It's incredible. I think it was like 3.6% or so. I can't remember the other
Unbelievable.
day.
Yeah, it notched up for a second, and then it came
Unbelievable.
back down.
Yeah.
a little
So
bit.
it's a great time to buy or to sell because there's people looking to buy. So, call us if you
Yeah.
have any questions about that. But other than that, that's pretty much
and
it.
buy in
So-
Wesley Chapel.
And Wesley
mean,
Chapel,
you're
your
gonna get a
property
lot
values are
for
clearly
your,
going to
A
go
lot
up.
of them being built.
Yeah.
Not bang for your buck.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much again, Steve, for being here today.
Thank
We'll make sure to have people contact you for your project over there in Wesley Chapel.
Yeah. Did you have fun?
I did.
Was it painless?
It was painless. I like laughing.
All right, good. It was painless.
Oh my gosh. Thank you to all of you for listening and for watching. And we'll catch you on the next episode.
All right.
All right.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.